feeling today. Alive feels like for the first time. Like everything is new again. The air feels and tastes more nutritious. Yeah, like I can soak things in and feel things in a new way, but also like in an old way. Like it like what it was and what it's supposed to be. What brought me to the Iboga medicine? My ancestors, and Iboga, and now that I've had such an intimate experience with it, I know that I was in a very lost place, and I felt the direction to finding myself was this, and I didn't understand, but I knew that this is what I needed. So a deep calling. My intentions for the ceremonies was to surrender to that feeling of being lost, and to really give myself to what was bringing me here, and to really not even expect anything in return, but just to really surrender to where I was and what I was experiencing, and just to allow myself to be open to whatever needed to happen. The experience of Iboga was intimidating and scary at first because I felt like I knew a part of me was going to die. I knew that there was, and that was where the fear was coming from. That the part of me that was having me feel to be lost, the part of me that was disorienting me from my true self, there was a fear there, and the closer that I got to the actual ceremony, and when I actually had the medicine with me, inside of me, it felt equally clarifying and disorienting. You know, on a physical, cognitive sense, it was like a dizziness, but with that dizziness, there was this profound clarity of truth. And it was almost like I needed to be put into a state of imbalance to find the balance. Yeah. I think the highlight for me, I mean, the journeys themselves were just fascinating and like spiritually entertaining. But the moment that's with me most was after the first journey, after the first ceremony, when I was back in my room and I was laying there and I saw like this really small old woman all in white enter my room, and I felt this profound peace and love from her essence, and I felt that she was an ancestor of mine, and I asked her who she was, and she didn't respond. She didn't answer my question, but she came up next to me and she like put her hands on my bed and she was like, you did a good job. And I felt this profound peace inside of myself. And then she stayed there for like a minute, and then she just very slowly like walked out. And I didn't know who she was, but then I looked over on my altar that I had set up, and I have this picture of my grandfather that was given to me when I went to Brazil. And and then I looked at the picture, and in the picture he's standing next to his father and his mother, which is my great grandfather and my great grandmother. And when I looked at the picture again, I saw her, and I was like, that was her. And when I felt into it, and that like it was her essence coming to me. And I think that is standing out to me the most, because it happened outside of the ceremony. It happened outside of the journey. And it feels like her showing herself and coming to me was almost like extending the ceremony outside of the ceremony. Most important integration projects is to be with my ancestors every day, to make sure that integration is an active practice, so that this isn't something that I just let happen, that that every day is training day. That's my project. The team here and the support here was an integral part of the experience. The container that the team here created and creates and holds is the experience. Without the quality of the container, it's like that is the medicine. You know, the context that the medicine is held in allows the medicine to be experienced. I'm really glad that I came here for the medicine, because I can't imagine anybody holding it as profoundly as the team here does. And it is abundantly clear that Iboga is orchestrating every facet of what's here. The food and the hospitality, and absolutely Pali was a huge part of the medicine also. And that is absolutely a part of the ceremony, the meals, the conversations. And I felt that, you know, Polly specifically in her with the food and the way the conversations and was absolutely like as essential as the medicine ceremonies itself. It's almost like, you know, the space between the inhales and exhales is almost more important than the inhales and the exhales. And that's how I felt the moments with the food is like that's medicine. I want to share what's in my heart right now is to know your truth, Yeah, no matter what.
Vas-y. Vas-y, vas-y.
Thank you.
Hallelujah.